Over the recent weeks, I've gotten back into Halo Infinite, and if I'm being honest, I'm having a very fun time playing that game. It's refreshing, and it reminded me as to why Halo is my favorite video game franchise of all time. The gameplay, the floaty movement mechanics, the cool ass announcer voice whenever you get like a kill spree or whatever.
Assassination. First strike. Revenge. Kilimanjaro.
My favorite thing about Halo has always been the variety, like the custom mode loadouts and abilities, the insanely large amount of maps, the different game modes. It always felt like that perfect balance of casual and competitive gameplay. Originally, I stopped playing Halo Infinite a few years back because it just did not feel that way to me. It didn't feel like Halo. It was stale, there wasn't much content. The only thing they really released was battle passes. And speaking of battle passes, they reduced all the cosmetics to just battle passes and in-game shops. That was the only way you could unlock armor or colorways or any of that. There wasn't a lot of game modes. There was only like 1 or 2 loadouts, but you couldn't even choose it. It would be different but depending on the mode. You could only get abilities from picking them up off the ground. Overall, it just wasn't the experience that I remember playing Halo 4 and Halo Reach back when I was a little jit. It felt like there was just no reason to play Halo Infinite. Yeah, it was fun for the first few times, I guess, but then you play it again, and then you play again.
And the next day, 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 and the next day.
And you just feel like it's the same experience over and over and over again. And that sucked, because Halo is known for being one of the most broad games out there. At least for shooter games, it's one of the games that you can just go on, have fun, play a different game mode, play a different custom mode with somebody else. Like, it was just the epitome of fun in a shooter game. And that's why I loved it so much. But then you go to Halo Infinite and it's just, you're playing with the same loadout. You're not really able to unlock anything. There's just zero customization. There was a lack of guns. There was a lack of maps. There was a lack of just everything, it felt like. And don't even get me started on the fact that they decided to release this game without Forge. That should be a crime. You can't release a Halo game without Forge. I mean, yeah, the gameplay's fluid. I'm glad they added things like mantling ledges and slide jumping while also keeping the floaty jumping style that Halo also always had. They added a pinging system. Overall, the game was good, but it wasn't Halo. I always felt like the best part of Halo Infinite was the campaign, because to this day it still holds up very well. It's not often that you can go wrong with Master Chief being back in action. The story was nice to watch and play, with Estrom, Adjutant Resolution, and Harbinger being some of the bosses that I really enjoyed playing against. Halo decided to go the open world route for the first time. They had a lot of side missions to do in there. There was a lot of unlockable guns and upgradable abilities. And I can't mention the campaign without talking about Cortana. Or I guess the weapon. This part of Halo Infinite has always been good. And it will always be good. They put a lot of time, effort, and love into this campaign. But I feel like that didn't happen with the multiplayer. But what I'm saying now is that I feel like there is a reason to play Halo Infinite again. When I finally came back to Infinite, I saw that you could finally unlock a good amount of cosmetics for free if you play the game enough. There were a lot more modes to play. They even brought Forge back. And when I saw that, I felt like I was playing Halo Reach again. You can play customs again in Forge. They added a lot more guns. They brought back the Needler and they added the Mangler. Those were 2 guns I couldn't wait to see in multiplayer, and they're here now. They also release a lot of new game modes every once in a while. On top of all that, the online feels better too. When the game first launched, I felt like there was a lot of times that I would either DC from a match, or the game would just be insanely laggy and the servers would just be terrible. But I haven't really had any of that happen to me ever since I started playing again.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, I do get mad at the game sometimes.
Oh my fucking god!
That's bound to happen. It happens with every game at some point. But when I look back at Halo Infinite these days, it's in a good light. And that's not how it was back then. I used to look at it as if it wasn't even a Halo game. But now, I see it as one of the best. Okay, one of the best might be a stretch, but it sounded good, so I was just got, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? The overall point I'm making is that Halo Infinite is slowly but surely becoming the game that it always wanted to be. 343 is taking small steps at a time to improve the game, and even though it's taken such a long time, their effort is really starting to show. I think that everyone, regardless of if you already have played it or you have never played it in your life, to just give it a try, because to me it was genuinely some of the most fun I've had in a long time. At the end of the day, it is a free game. There's literally no cost to play it, so you might as well just go try it out.
Yeah, Amon, you glazing, chill. Look at you now, you glazing. Big horse teeth ass. Chill out, gang.
Alright, let me start with the promo. I'm sounding like an advertisement right now. That's crazy. Alright, I'll admit it. I work for 343 and I'm holding you at gunpoint until you play Halo Infinite. Anyways, I'm out. Halo Infinite is awesome!
Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4. Check me out, y'all. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets,